Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today it is Sunday morning, early 7 a.m. and I am in North Carolina Outer Banks, and I have the Honda Jet here, and I'm going to fly it on over to Bermuda. Okay, so I had the steps down, cargo doors open, and I just got to the plane. All I did was I turned the master battery on, and a couple of switches in that, and set my altimeter, and that's all I did so far. So let's go ahead and get the doors closed first. Okay, so do that now, and okay, I got the E2 mode auto throttle enabled. All right, and all right, now let's go ahead up here, and you'll see Garmin is ready to go. GPS is set, course is set, and we are a whopping 573 nautical miles west from Bermuda. Okay, so yeah, it could be kind of a long flight here, and cruising altitude is going to be at between 41 and 43,000 feet. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. I'll see how it goes, but so we're going to be nice and high, and let's get ready to start the plane up. Okay, so that looks good, and we are ready to start now. So let me go ahead and start that left engine. Now I'm starting engine number 2, the right engine, and they are coming alive now, spooling up. And you're going to want to hear this good music, so put that volume up a little bit higher. And it's a small runway. It's not very big, but it should be just enough to, to get up with this plane. I don't think it's going to require a whole lot here. All right, so we have a good start on both engines. 22.5, 22.5, 642. So everything looks good there. Got plenty of fuel, and let's get the taxi in. Also check here, make sure nothing is there on. Okay, and everything else looks good. Okay, I do want to set my flaps to take off. Let's see if we get an automated weather. Okay.
Automated weather observation 1200 Zulu. Wind 341 at Niner. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature -2 Celsius. Dew point 10 Celsius. Altimeter 3035.
Not bad weather. Okay, we're gonna do runway 7.
Kilo Hotel Sierra Echo Traffic Golf Charlie Tango 1022 is taxiing to runway 7.
Okay, let's get taxi into runway 7 here, which is just right here. Just right here. Nice sunrise out there, so this should be a good flight on out to Bermuda. Alright, let's go ahead and call the traffic and announce the takeoff. We are departing to the east.
Kilo Hotel Sierra Echo Traffic Golf Charlie Tango 1022 taking off runway 7 east departure.
Okay, now I'm just going to delegate this over to AI ATC. Put that on too. Alright, so let's go ahead and go. Once I get on the runway here, I'm going to spool up full throttle first before I go. So something's telling me I am going to need most of this runway. I have about 80% fuel, so that's a good bit of fuel. So the plane is a little bit heavier than what it normally is when I take off with it. Alright, let's go. But look at that, you'll get up to speed really quick. 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And rotate. Nice takeoff, not bad, not bad.
Golf Charlie Tango 1022 is type 1 miles northeast of Kilo Hotel Sierra Echo 600 feet. Request flight following.
I'm going to set my heading first.
1022 Cherry Point approach. Squawk tree 06.
Heading. Alright.
Squawk tree 06022.
I never did dial up altitude, so I'll do that now.
022 radar contact 2 miles east of Kilo Hotel Sierra Echo 1,500 feet.
We're going to climb at 4,000 feet a minute here for a little bit.
Roger 022.
Retract those flaps. Oh man, that's a nice sight. Look at that. Might be able to get a sight of Cape Hatteras. Maybe. No, we near it. Oh, it's way too high already, I think, to really see it good. It's down there, I think, right down there, I believe. Down there. On our way to Bermuda. All right, let's go ahead and get this up. We climbing quick. So let's pull this up to we're just gonna go all the way up to 40, and then if it's cruising good at 40, then I'll go up to 43. I obviously won't be able to climb up at 4,000 feet. I mean, all the way to 40, but let's get a heading. We're heading right into the sunrise. Look at that.
022 contact Washington Center on 124.725. Good day.
Okay, we're gonna have to come back to
going to 124.725.022.
Climb right here.
Washington Center Golf Charlie Tango 1022.
We don't want to overspeed or nothing like that.
Golf Charlie Tango 1022 Washington Center altimeter 30.35 radar contact. Continue.
We get lined up a little bit better, then I'm going to go ahead and hit the nav right here, and it should follow it really good. And I'm gonna put this on full. Let's see, I think right here. Yeah, let's put that on full and zoom out a little bit. Right here, this is this knob here. Okay, there we go. Florida, North Carolina Outer Banks. And we're still climbing at 4,000 feet a minute. figured this would be a great time to do this flight because you'll be flying directly into the sunrise and you'll be able to see it going up, you know, as we get on closer. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit nav, and we will follow it with FMS now. Put us right on course. And let's see what we're looking at here. Estimated time of arrival. 14:32. So I think this means 2 hours and 22 minutes. Not really sure because it's getting higher instead of lower. Estimated time en route. You think it would be going down if that's what I'm looking at here, but oh, it is going down now. Okay. Oh, but don't worry, the video won't be 2 hours long. I mean, you probably will notice the video now, and I think we're having a problem here.
Autopilot.
Yeah, we are having a problem. I didn't even notice that. You noticed my speed? Yeah. We were close to stalling out right there. So what I need to do is, I didn't want to keep it at 4,000 feet. We were getting up there, we were almost at 20,000. Okay, so let's hit this again. Alright, and now, yeah, let's drop this down. Now we're getting higher. We can't go at 4,000 feet a minute. Okay, so let's get that vertical speed. Oh, its vertical speed is on. So let's just climb at 1,500, get our speed back up here. All right, we can go a little bit more on our throttle too. Right about there. And this should be fine. Yeah, so you see how quick I had a problem there, really quick. You know, as soon as I started getting close, you know, over 18,000 or so, my speed just started dropping really quick. I noticed that when I was on the exterior view here, I mean, you see the plane just pitching up. And that might have been something to do with why it was showing over here. It was like it was getting, you know, this number was getting larger. So why is it taking longer from heading directly there? Well, that's why, because our speed was slowing down. So that made sense. Okay, so yeah, my estimated time of arrival, 13:39. So what that is let's see. There's a little clock here. I think there's a clock somewhere on board. But anyway, yeah, so let's just say we're looking at an hour and 18 minutes. And I believe that's what that's showing there. But I think it would take a lot longer than an hour because, well, let's see, 2:35. And I got 538 nautical miles. Oh, ground speed 430. Yeah, so that's about right. So that's not too bad, really. Now that we're cruising at the proper speed, you know, I want to, you know, I could go a little bit more on my vertical speed, though. Let's get up a little bit more there. That should be good, 1,700 feet a minute. That way I can maintain this speed right here. And my ground speed ought to increase a little bit more, too. So, yeah, 448. We're really cruising now. Not bad for such a small jet, right? Cabin power off. No, we need a cabin power on. Yeah, the cabin power needs to be on. And I just realized that was off. I kind of get confused between this and the Citation Mustang because I've been flying these two off and on, and the Vision Jet 2. That one has an oxygen button here on the side, the Citation Mustang. I keep thinking this is the one that has it, but it's not. Okay, so I'm going to keep on heading on over to Bermuda. You can see now I got some clouds here. Scattered cloud layer below me, a good ways, you know, so that's not going to affect anything. Alright, so I will be back shortly. I'm going to come back about halfway, and I'll let you all know how the flight is going. But then I'll be way at my cruising altitude, you know, once I'm about halfway there. So, okay, so I will see you all shortly as I get closer to Bermuda. So maybe about 30 minutes of flying or so. Alright, I'll be back then. Okay, I am cruising at 43,500 feet. I just came back here in the restroom, stepped back here to wash my hands real quick, and I'm walking back to the front of the plane and get this closed. And as you see, this is a solo flight. I don't have any passengers here with me today. And I'm going to show you what I got here. Everything's going good. So look, right here, I have, I'm about halfway there. So I have estimated time en route, 30 minutes and 43 seconds left, and I have 265 nautical miles left to go. Now, when I left off, I was climbing at 1,700 feet a minute, but I changed that to 2,500. I built up some speed. I changed it to 2,500, and that was going good. And so as I got closer to 25, I backed off a little bit, started climbing at 2,000. You know, I built up some speed. I leveled off at 4,000 feet just for like a couple of minutes. You know, maybe about 5 minutes. Built my speed back up, and now I'm at 43,500. And notice my ground speed, 518 knots. So we are really howling here. And as you can see, I'm at 86% throttle. So still a little high. And I do have the auto throttle set now. I got it back to 190. I could go a little slower if I want to be more conservative with fuel, but we have plenty of fuel, you know, and so this is a pretty good speed. As you see any more, it's going to start putting me over speed because I'm at 43,500 feet. So yeah, it's been a good flight, and as you can see, the sun is rising more. So we've been flying now for, let's see, about 50 minutes or so. It is now 7:50, I believe. Let's check it. Let's check it right here. Yeah, 7:52 a.m. So, yeah, we're making good timing here, you know. So, all right. So I will leave it at this, and I will come back as we get ready to start our approach. And by then, I'll probably be, you know, down to about maybe 5,000 feet or so, a little lower, you know, and we'll get the plane landed, and after that, spend some time in Bermuda. All right, I'll see you all shortly. Okay, I am still at 43,500, and I'm going to start my descent. I'm about 100 nautical miles west of Bermuda now, and I slowed down a bit because I got a low fuel warning, but I still have 330 pounds of fuel, 160 in each tank, so that's plenty enough. As you see, I got 98.3 nautical miles left. So now I'm going to start my descent. I'm going to drop down to about, let's see, let's go down to about maybe 10 or 12 for now, okay? And I'm going to start that descent. (2,000 feet a minute) should be good. Now let's see, we are 11 minutes out, so that should be 20,000 feet in 11 minutes, if I'm calculating it right. So let's go a little bit more. as long as we're looking over here and we not slow down as much as possible, I could still do it without worrying about overspeeding. You know, so let's go down to, let's descend 3,000 feet a minute, and that should do it, or close enough to it. And now what I'm going to also do is start preparing my approach. So, see, we're at 35, so that's fine. You know, I don't think it's going to get to where I have to worry about overspeeding or anything. It's going to hold it right there. That's perfect. Okay, so now we're still at almost 500 knots. Okay, so let me get this approach set up. Bermuda TXKF. That's a strange ICO for this. TXKF? I thought it was something different. Okay, well, anyway, let's preview this and let's take a look at this. Zoom out here. We are at 39,000 feet, so 82 nautical miles out. Alright, so maybe not that, because that's going to have us coming in the opposite direction. So let's see if we can do an ILS. Let's see, maybe a... Well, ILS is going to be runway 30. So maybe try a 12. Yeah, that's going to be better for us. Alright, let's set this approach up. This is going to work out just perfectly. You see this? So we'll do it like this. And as I get closer, I'll lock in the approach. We're going to intercept it right here. This is perfect. Alright. I like that. So I'll load and activate it as I get closer. And I would like to be at 12 before I even reach this point, but I don't know if I will be. And tell you what, let's decrease it even more. This is going to be, you know, more of a steep descent. But I was ascending at 4,000 feet a minute, so I'm going to descend at 3,500 now. Make sure we get down like we want to. You know, let's go 4,000. Okay. I'm not worried about scaring passengers or anything. I'm the only one on the plane right now, so. See, left and right fuel quantity low, but I still had 310 pounds. So now I didn't go with a full tank here. I went with, you know, I want to say maybe 70% or so, 80. But I don't think I cruised at the most optimal speed. I was really pushing it. You know, I was up there really high. You know, you saw it there. It was over 520 something knots or whatever. So that's really fast. And normally you kind of want to cut back to about 70% throttle, but I was at like mid 80s or something, or closer to 90. You know, so. And right here, I was really getting close to the red line, you know, so my fuel burn would have been a lot less if I would have just cut back a little bit, which I probably should have. It would have been more efficient flight. I mean, I shouldn't have had a low fuel warning at 70% fuel, because you should have seen the range it was showing me on my map. Okay, so. And we still at 29,000 feet, so it's taking a while to descend from 43.5, flight level 435. That's taking a while. But we coming down, all right? I'm not sure what these are, but I haven't used them. I'll leave it be. But I turned my master alert off. I muted it once it came on and showed that left and right fuel quantity low. I'm just keeping an eye on it. But as you can see, I'm not going to have no trouble here. We will make it there. We're not going to run out of fuel and have to ditch in the Atlantic. We'll definitely make it. And I'm going to try to cut it back now as far as the speed goes. don't know why I was at 270 anyway. It's way too high. I want to drop it more like to about maybe 200 maybe, as I get closer, because I'm getting really close. So let's just get it back to 200. See, it's at 27.5 now, so it might take it a little while to slow down that. I don't know if I could get to 200 at 4,000 feet a minute descent rate. I could probably put my spoilers on if I need to. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Get those spoilers down. That'll help us slow down to 200. Because sometimes the autopilots, you know, if you're coming down and you have a slow speed set, it'll try to meet that slow speed, so it won't descend as steep as you want if you try to descend really steep like this. All right, so I'm gonna try to go it even lower, because you notice we're really getting close. Like, I might have to go with that runway 30, because even at 4,000 feet a minute, I'm still not even down to the altitude I need to be at. I'm gonna have to come down to, I'm gonna just set it down to 2,400, but I don't think I'm gonna reach it. I'm still 40 nautical miles out, but I mean, you know, I'm at 18,000 feet here still. But I think we'll get it, because, you know, we slowed down to 183 now, so that's good. Let's go a little less. How about 150? Let's do a 150 right there. I got my spoilers still on here. Okay, so yeah, let's keep them on. I could probably put a notch of flaps in, possibly. Yeah, that'll work. I didn't know if I was going too fast. I thought 170 should be good for 50% flaps extended. And also I'm gonna put let's keep it like it is. I want to put my systems. Let's get our landing lights on. All right, zoom out a little bit more, and I'm going to activate this approach. Yeah, so be nice and slow now. I'm at 150, 227 knots, which is what you want to be at when you're getting this close, you know, on your approach. You don't want to be too much faster, not in this aircraft here. Well, I'll tell you what, I do need to call the tower.
Tower Golf Charlie Tango 10.
They might have me go on 30
miles west, 9,400 feet with echo to land.
Golf Charlie Tango 10.
They are having me go on 30. Okay, so let's do 30 then.
Downwind runway 30.
Fly left traffic runway 30022.
And they're gonna have us fly left traffic. That'll work. So yeah, you know, we don't need to be in that much of a rush, and we are gonna go. We're gonna stop at about 5,000. We don't have to rush to get down if we're gonna take 30. I didn't want to take 30, but I'll take 30. Let's see. Let's turn out. We're gonna turn east. Let's set our heading. Now the reason why I'm setting my heading is I'm going to come around like this. See, this one must start turning right around here and intercept it right there. So that'll work. If I come out to the south, they tell me to fly left too. If I come out to the south, then, you know, it'll be harder to intercept. Like this, I can just come right around and intercept. So yeah, let's go ahead and pick up some speed now. Oh, and you know what? And I just retracted my flaps and my spoilers. Okay, so let's hit about, how about 190? So water's a little choppy down here. So you know what? This isn't bad because it's going to give us a little. We might get a little look at Bermuda. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn a little bit more. Let's do more of a turn here. Right about that, like that way. Now we're going to turn more to the south here because I'd like to pass a little closer to it. We get a better look. Right there, that'll be good. We'll still be to the left of it, but at least we'll be able to take a look at Bermuda from 5,000 feet. I started to fly the Seminole out here, twin engine Piper, PA-44. That'd have been a good plane to take too. It's got some pretty good range, but you know it's not going to be near as fast as this Honda jet. Okay, let's come on a little more. Since we're below 10,000, we're going to try to keep it at, you know, below, you know, between 200 and 250. You know, I want to say you need to be below 200 realistically when you are below 10,000 feet. So we're going to keep it at that. And I'm going to get ready to descend to about 3,500 once we get right around here. You know, we're going to be into some of these clouds here shortly, which it's not too big of a deal. We still have 230 pounds of fuel, so no problem there. But next time I do this flight, I'm gonna go with a full tank. You know, but really this jet has a lot longer range than what I'm leading you all to believe, because I was just really had that speed up there during this flight. You know, it was really up there. We were really howling, you know. I guess I must have had the need for speed or something, huh? But not really. I just, you know, I was just taking advantage of this plane's speeding, you know, its speed capability. It's pretty fast, you know. Get some good views of the clouds, I guess. Not too bad. They look so much better in this last update, especially when you're running DX12. I'm not running DX12 right now. I was doing some tests, and I think I forgot to set it back to DX12, but it does that coupled with Sim Update 14 is really nice on the clouds. Really nice. But it's, I mean, I like it like it is, you know, so. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look now right here. .2 nautical miles, but we're gonna have to come out, you know. You see, we would be landing right about now if I would have took runway 12, but they, you know, they directed me to runway 30. So we're gonna do 30 as they mentioned, you know, do 30. So You might get some background noise from my chair. I'm using an older chair, and the reason why, because, you know, I hate to go out and get a new chair, because if I do, my cats will probably scratch it up and really work it over. Especially if it's leather, so I'm going to have to eventually get like a cloth chair, find a cloth one, a better material, that way they won't tear it up, you know. Alright, so I don't know if we're going to be able to see much Bermuda here. If I come down to 4,000, we'll be able to, so let's just do that. Let's come down to 4,000. That's just fine, so let's do a shallow descent. It's 4,000. Altimeter is 29.86, and I forgot to set that. Okay, so looks like we can run into some rain too as we're coming into here. We have 200 pounds of fuel left. So once I get it right around here, I'm going to start doing that turn back to the west to intercept this course and get ready to land on runway 30. So as you can see over here, Bermuda. You can certainly see the water. It's more like behind us now. Or the runway should be a little bit off my right wing. You know, we're on autopilot, we're fine. We can take a look out the window here. We can't see a whole lot though. Back up front. Gonna turn out to 110. Well, no, let's do 105. And the reason why I'm doing that's gonna give me more time to make that turn. You see those landing lights now? It's kind of shining out. Now we're low enough, but yeah, there is some. It's pretty cloudy out here. And the water is kind of choppy now. We're still at 4,000 feet, so it's still hard to notice exactly how choppy the waves are, but I can see nothing but white caps down there, so. We do have some chop down there, but hey, we in the air. I'm not going to worry about that. And I'm not planning on going down, okay? So, 180 pounds of fuel. So, you know, if this flight would have been any further, I would definitely have fuel problems, probably. I'd be kind of concerned. Thankfully, the airport's right here, so. But I'm going to have to pay more attention to the fuel burn and the quantity of fuel I'm taking next time I do a flight like this at this distance. You know, but this plane has a lot more. I want to say it has about full tank of fuel. I thought it had a 1,000-mile range or close to it, but you know, it's probably cruising at about 65, maybe about 70% throttle, not 85. You know, it does make a difference, I guess. You know, higher you order, more efficient your flight's going to be. But you know, like I said, I had it was my speed actual was 195, but ground speed was 523. So we're not seeing a whole lot during this flight other than a lot of clouds, and a lot of ocean, Atlantic Ocean. A little bit further, and I'm going to start that turn towards the south and then over to the west. And we should have a good landing. I'm not really even worried about that. I'm pretty confident, you know, flying this plane now. I have enough flights on it. But I have been jumping back and forth between the three jets, the three light jets I have, you know, Citation, C510, Vision Jet, this one. So, as I mentioned earlier on, I do get them confused at times. I thought somewhere in here it showed me speeds. I think maybe is it right here? Yeah, I think max flaps 200. Oh, so that's pretty quick. Max flaps landing 160. Max maneuvering. Okay. So you should be going over 160 with max flaps. Half flaps you can do up to 200. So when I lowered them before down to 50, it was fine because I was below 200. Alright, let's go ahead and start that turn to the south. And then back to the west. So we're going to do just like this. Get ready for landing. Now that it's clearing up, it's not too bad right now. You can see that, definitely notice that the blue waters of the Atlantic here. Alright, we are 4,000 feet. We need to get a little lower now. Alright, we're going to come down to 2, but somewhat shallow. 1,000. And we are going to come back on the speed. Down to 150. And we're going to go with half flaps. Let's turn a little back more to the south. I don't want to intercept it a little bit closer than what I want to be. Okay, so let's right here. I can't even see Bermuda right now. You think I'd be able to see it? Out this way? Oh, barely. I can see the water. Looks like the depth of the water is like shallow right there. Okay, so we're down to about 150 right now, so it seems to be jumping. Let's go to 155. That kind of slow speed makes me a little bit nervous, so let's go a little bit higher. Let's go with 2200. And we have some wind for sure. Definitely have some wind. And I am going to go ahead and load and activate this approach very soon. I'm going to enable right here. Approach hold. Let's get a little closer, and then we'll do that. Sorry about the lengthy approach, but you know, they directed me to runway 30, so that did take a lot longer to do. So they had to come out, fly all the way across Bermuda to come back around, you know. But as long as we got the fuel, that was all that mattered. We down 100 pounds. So yeah, it's getting low. It is getting low, but still we'll make it. No problem. Still don't have a good view of Bermuda. Only 21 nautical miles out. But you know, I'm only at 2,200 feet, but that's at 21 miles is not very far. But I'm going to do that turn, so we should be able to see it pretty soon. We keeping that notch of flaps in. Well, we're going to take that out now. Let's take it out, so we can drop some of this speed here, the engine RPMs and that. I'm not descending anymore right now, not just yet. Let's do a turn now. It's right here, but man, you can really, it's kind of hard to see. Right up here. And my course is off, I believe. 125 up here. But not heading, no, I don't want to do that. Right there. Okay, so now let's load and activate. All right. Approach. And we're going to follow this localizer right on in. Let's drop the altitude. Oh, right here. There we go. I can see the runway already. All right, that's fine. I'm going to just shallow descend. And I'll probably take the plane in a little bit, but I could just kind of ride it right on in. And we're going to put a notch of flaps in now. And yeah, you see how I was talking about it being choppy. You can see it more now. And you can see the runway right here. We're right on the localizer, right on, coming right on in. So I think this will be a pretty good landing. It's going good so far. Tower should be calling me shortly. Give me a clearance for landing. Let's see. Let's check it out. Did they even? No, not yet, but they will be calling. You notice I'm descending very slowly, which is what I want to do. And I'm not going to drop my landing gear yet, but I will drop it shortly. We're going to keep holding at 150. And this is a pretty long runway, so I'm not worried about coming in a little faster than what I normally would come in. But I might drop it down to about 140 or so, 130 as it get closer. This is where I want the clouds above me. Even though I'm doing, you know, lock onto ILS here, I still would rather those clouds above all wings. It's still 100. Get a little closer, I'm going to put in full flaps, drop the landing gear, and we will do a landing in Bermuda. You know, it looks like, unless it's just the sun shining through, it looks like it could be raining up here. Oh no. I could check on one of these here, but I'm not going to mess around with that just yet because I'm right in the middle of this approach. So, but it does look like it could be some rain. We'll see as we get closer. It's like right over Bermuda. See right up in here. Notice up in here. Let's see what time it is now. It is 8:43. We left at 7 a.m. Right about 7 or just a little after 7. I would say that's a pretty good time here, you know. It would have just been over with a long time ago had I, you know, landed had I landed on runway 12 where I wanted to go at first, you know. You notice how my visibility now is fading with this runway, and look what we have, a rainbow appearing right in front of me here. That's right by the runway. It's nice, but you know, it kinda is interfering with my visibility. Definitely. Okay, so let's increase this rate of descent and let's get this in a little bit more. Really get closer. Let's go ahead and back off a little bit. Let's put you know what? What just happened? We ran out of fuel. And this is not good. Did you just hear that? Yes, we ran out of fuel. And fasten your seatbelts. Okay, so we're down to 90 knots. So we are going down. Mayday, Mayday. Golf Charlie Tango 1022. Just over 1 nautical miles east of Bermuda. We lost engines. We're going down.
Autopilot.
Mayday, Mayday. Golf Charlie Tango 1022. We lost engines. We are going down. Now, thankfully, we're not very far, but you know, I mean, at least we have a good rainbow to look at. That's a shame because this would have been such a great landing. And at least I maybe can do it without us hitting too hard. But I mean, hey, this is an expensive jet, folks. Brace for impact. There's a ship right here. Maybe he can come by and give us a lift, huh? Hey, not bad for a water landing, huh? Whoa. Okay. Hey, at least we got a nice rainbow here to look at, but we are going down. So let's get the lifeboats ready and get out of this plane. And we'll see if we can get them to come by and give us a lift back to the mainland, because this plane's going to be going under shortly. Alright, so I'll see you all in Bermuda. We'll try to stay dry. And hope you all enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Please drop a like, subscribe, and comment. Until next time, bye for now.